Hey, what's going on? It's Austin, host of the Young Mind Podcast. Today's Black hero is going to be Ann Atwater. Atwater is best known for her civil rights activism in Durham, North Carolina, and for convincing a KKK leader to leave the Klan just by being the woman that she was. Atwater's activism started with Operation Breakthrough. With Operation Breakthrough, she would go on to become one of the leaders in public housing and go door to door and talk to people about what she went through with her housing situation and how they can improve their situation. She would go on to print out welfare regulations and hand them out to people so they would know their individual rights when it came to housing. Atwater would go on to mobilize many poor blacks in Durham and tell them to stand up for their rights. Her main goal was to give people the necessary skills needed to survive. While working with Operation Breakthrough, she would go on to become the community action technician and was responsible for many boycotts, sit-ins, and pickets. On top of that, she was employed by the United Organization for Community Improvement as the supervisor of its Committee of Neighborhood Workers. This organization attacked issues such as food scarcity, voting rights, education, and housing. She even worked for other associations such as Head Start, the Low Income Housing Development Corporation, and the Housing Committee of the Durham Committee on Negro Affairs. But Atwater gained most attention when in 1971 she was asked to co-chair the Durham Charrette. The Durham Charrette was a 10-day city meeting put together to properly desegregate Durham schools. Atwater was a co-chair and C.P. Ellis was the other co-chair, a local K.K.K leader. Atwater and Ellis had a history. At a previous city meeting, Atwater pulled out her knife and put it to Ellis's throat and threatened to kill him. Since Ellis was a K.K.K leader, he was a vocal racist and used the N-word publicly and to degrade people. And since Atwater was such a vocal activist responsible for many boycotts, sit-ins, and pickets, Ellis did not like her one bit. The first few days of the charrette went as planned. The two butted heads and they did not get along. But they were able to connect because they realized that they were both poor and going through the same struggles, and they just wanted the best education for their children. So to the astonishment of everyone, the two were able to connect and actually come up with some great ideas. The two had some great recommendations for the Durham school system, such as giving students a larger say on education issues by expanding the board to include 2 students from each major racial group. They also proposed changes in the school curriculum, such as more instruction on dealing with racial violence, creation of a group to discuss and resolve problems before they get escalated, and expansion in choices of textbooks to include African American authors. Atwater had a huge impact on the civil rights movement in Durham, North Carolina, fighting to end food scarcity, improve housing situations, get people registered to vote, and she even had an impact on the school systems in Durham. And on top of that, she formed a lifelong relationship with the former KKK leader and even spoke at his funeral. So thank you for the impact you had, Ann Atwater. Durham, North Carolina would not be the same without you. You are a true hero. Peace.